Got it? Got it. Oh, jeez. So much wang.
So much wang.
So much wang. Good morning. All right. So, in all fairness, it's a slow week. G7. All the bosses are busy. Nothing real big happening. We might have blown our load on Smashing China Tuesday. But, y'all know the Donald. He's always good for a face-melting tweet. And guys, if we ever for a moment doubted that Donald Trump just straight trolls fools on Twitter, I mean, come on. A sad day for Democrats. Kirsten Gillibrand has dropped out of the presidential primary. I'm glad they never found out that she was the one I was really afraid of.
That's what he was talking about.
Do you follow Wendy's on Twitter?
No.
You should. Wendy's Twitter account is almost exclusively dedicated to trolling other fast food restaurants' Twitter accounts.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that. It's Total Win Thursday, but like I said, we kind of blew the wad on Smashing China Tuesday. Okay. Nope. Let's do this. The whole thing that's been going on between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A has been just magic. And yes, y'all can send me emails at theshow@brushfiremind.com. I might read them. I might not. It's whatever.
But while you're getting all that pulled up, I just want to be serious for a second. Donald Trump has laid out his strategy. He did it in this book called The Art of the Deal. And a lot of what he described in The Art of the Deal was being willing to go over the top so that you have somewhere to pull back to. And that's one of the first things. If you've ever had a commission sales job ever, they always train you with the same piece of information. Never, ever, ever start with your best deal, because every single person fancies themselves a negotiator, and every single person automatically mistrusts the salesperson. So you come at them with your best price, trying to make the transaction simple and easy for everybody. They get what they want. You make a little commission. Everybody's happy. And the very first thing they're going to hit you with is, so if I pay cash, will you take 5% off? Well, no, actually not, because I've already given you my best deal. And Trump plays this at the absolute highest level. Couple that with the fact that all the people that want to say, hey, there, the Donald in this 4D chess, blah. No, actually, over time, I am more and more convinced that almost everything that the Donald does is 4D chess. And a large part of why he wins, goes all the way back to him campaigning against the other Republicans and Hillary. There were very few of the Republicans that could keep up with him. And when they tried to play the game his way, they looked miserable. Like, do you remember Marco Rubio trying to fire back with, oh, whatever you say, Big Don? And it was just so painful and awkward. And you knew in that moment, that was the end of Marco Rubio's presidential campaign for the 2016 cycle. That's what he's doing here. He's trying to piss people off. He's trying to get people upset. He understands that his base is going to see these things. Like, that's such a chuckly tweet. I'm so glad nobody ever found out that was the one I was really afraid of. Like, He's got millions of Twitter followers, but it's a secret. Sure. But this is part of the strategy. And if we can just continue to be serious for just a moment, I think that's one reason why Elizabeth Warren is focusing so hard on all of the social media stuff that she's doing. And yes, her initial Instagram video was so cringy with the, I'm going to get me a beer. It's like, I'm sure she drinks beer all the time. I'm sure. But she has begun to build a following on social media. And I think to a lesser extent, I think that is because she understands this is part of where the game is going to be played, that there is going to be a meme war. Yes. This is part of why the Donald is okay with you thinking that he's crazy and stupid, because he's crazy like a fox, and he's not as stupid as he plays at. Thank you, Sun Tzu. And they just can't figure it out. Like, I likened it to.
Well, I mean, when he went toe to toe, my button's bigger. He just went balls deep on Kim Jong-un, and remember the media? Oh, he's going to send us into the next nuclear war. No, Hillary's flat Russia is the enemy and we're going to destroy them rhetoric. That might have generated a nuclear war. But hey, I'm crazy enough to do it, and all of a sudden, oh, he mean what he say. He mean what he say.
Yeah, but I liken it to the media is a cat, and Donald Trump's Twitter feed is a laser pointer. And they just like a cat will never learn. It's never going to catch that annoying red dot. Never. The media seems incapable of learning that every time they get angry or offended at what he puts on his Twitter feed rather, well, it doesn't do any good. Like the 40% of the country that already hates Donald Trump, they hate him. They hate him. And the 40% of his base that's pretty solid is solid. About the only thing Donald Trump could do to lose me would be to sign on to red flag laws. And then you've got that middle 20%. And whereas before, that middle 20% was always kind of stuck. Oh, we've got to choose between the lesser of the two evils and all this, that, and the other. Donald Trump takes advantage of where we were and where we are now, and how you can weaponize social media. And maybe he does come across as boorish and crazy and so forth, but the left gets more and more and more insane, and he exposes them every time he does this. Like, remember that whole concentration camps thing from a month ago? And it's weird. Jeffrey Epstein died, and then we forgot all about the concentration camps. And then Popeyes came out.
It's almost like there never were any concentration camps in the United States.
Yeah, and then Popeyes comes out with a non-homophobic chicken sandwich. And suddenly we're not talking about Jeffrey Epstein anymore. God, it has been a slow news week.
Yeah.
But nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. It turns out more than one of Jeffrey Epstein's cameras malfunctioned the night of his suicide. And we have camera problems on this show because we're going live and I have crappy internet, and Chris is kind enough to help work around it.
We don't have camera problems, though. We have audio problems.
Well, sometimes our camera is part of the problem. But
yes,
the cameras in a jail all magically malfunctioned at just the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe this. I believe this to be the truth.
Well, dude, it's a total conspiracy theory to think that there was some kind of criminal negligence or flat out malfeasance to suggest that. No, no, you're Alex Joner territory.
World's biggest Alex Joder.
I wonder how many people watch our channel and also watch John Ward and catch all the in jokes that we're.
I'm gonna say likely all of them. And frankly, if you're a subscriber to the Brushfire Mind, both of you out there, and you don't already watch John Ward, I'm disappointed. You should go and fix yourselves. In fact, we're done here, so you should go and fix yourselves right now. Go set them on fire.